I know that I'm late to talk about this, but I was suffering from a little gacha burnout and I had to take a break, which inspired me to make this video. Thanks for watching. And what's funny is that video, as harmless as it was, still made people in this community mad. Listen people, we're not going to get to the end of this movie if I can't speak freely. I'm just gonna say one more thing. If I have to read one more comment that says, not to sound like a Kurobot, or not to sound like a Hoyo shill, I'm gonna crash out. Even though I'm late to the party, there's something in this update that made the ex-Genshin Impact player in me cry a tear of joy low-key, and I just had to talk about it. And I don't mean to start the third world war of gacha in my comments, but this is just something I'm passionate about, so I gotta speak on it. Artifact presets. This shit right here, Ninja, this changes everything. When I logged in and I saw this, my face was like that white guy blinking meme, and I just ignored it, went about my business, and logged off. Logged in the next day and saw this still staring me in the face, and I was like, hold up, I'm tripping. And to a normal person, this is not a big deal. Like loadouts and presets, what's the big deal? Even my brother who was in the room didn't understand why I was tripping. He said it's not a big deal, this is like a minor quality of life update, and he probably wouldn't even use this feature if he was playing. So that's what makes what I'm about to say all the more funny, in my opinion. So what am I talking about? Why are artifact presets such a big deal, and why has it got me glazing so hard? Well, like everything chronically online, it all starts with Genshin Impact. So rewind back to COVID, there was a time when Genshin Impact was insanely popular. Everybody was playing it. I don't have to tell you, you probably played it or heard of it. But as the months went by, things kind of got stale and outdated. So naturally people would complain about quality of life updates. But the funny thing is, Hoyoverse just wouldn't deliver, like at all. They were just completely radio silent when it came to complaints, quality of life updates. And whenever they did, it was something that nobody asked for. Like, for instance, I think they bragged so hard about this NPC who would always get in the way of the alchemy table, which is basically how you do upgrades in Genshin. It's the same thing as the synthesizer in Wuthering Waves. Yeah, they deadass had an announcement about that. We're sitting here asking for artifact presets and they're like, look, we moved the NPC. Crazy work. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but to this day, I don't think Genshin has a proper artifact preset in their video game. I know they have something, but it's like not what the players wanted. And call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure Tower of Fantasy even got artifact presets before Genshin Impact. But basically what I'm trying to say is artifact presets became this sore spot for the community. It kind of became the representation of like mediocrity in the game. Like all the quality of life that they were unwilling to do was pretty much summed up by artifact presets. So the fact that it took them one patch to add this stuff, for me personally, this is my first patch with this video game. I was a bit in shock just comparing it to that other game. Like a live service gacha game that actually improves over time is foreign to me. I'm serious. I even noticed the UI updating slightly, so I see you, Kuro Games. Basically, it's not the artifact presets, it's what they represent.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
I'm gonna get my artifact presets one way or another, Hoyoverse, even if I gotta play a different game. Anyway, that in my eyes is why this update is goated. Just off that alone, it shows me that this company is willing to innovate. As far as the rest of the update, I mean, it was alright, I guess. People were complaining about this Wuthering Waves update, just minor complaints I've heard. I mean, I'll agree, that's a goofy ass name, but in terms of the actual event, I'm not really at endgame yet, so I can't speak on it. I mean, my characters are barely level 80, so my only issue is skill issue. The boat event is chill, but I'm a combat Andy, so I don't really care too much about this. It's a nice break from sweating all the time. My only issue is constantly having to update this boat. Like, I'm tired of updating my character. I don't want to worry about updating this boat, but it's a chill time if you're into that sort of thing. And I will say it's the first time an event in this game felt like an actual event. A lot of the events in this game feel like you just click a bunch of buttons and it's over. And I don't honestly mind that because it's easy for me to get gems, but this one felt more like professional and actually like an event. And I feel like they made a bunch of islands just for this, so that's pretty chill. And that hologram beats my ass. Pause. Every time. That's all I really got to say about that. However, there is one thing that Kuro Games has to work on. Enough of the glazing. And that's echoes. Even people in my comments, people I talk to, have all stated that echoes in this game are a nightmare. My personal issue is never having experience. I heard people have issues with tuners. I'm not there yet. My only issue is echo experience, which could easily be solved by them just dropping mad echo events or just giving more echo XP in general whenever you do, say, a tacit suppression. But that's my opinion on the updates. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I probably made somebody mad in this video somehow, but so like and subscribe before the Kurobots and the Hoyo Shills eat me alive. Anyway, peace.